G'day guys. Okay, so this is a nice quick power scrap. Now, I think I may have scrapped these photos before, but I'm getting down to the last bits of my P13 for the Four Springs collection. I'm down to the last few bits, and I was going through having a look at what collections I still had enough of to create a double page layout. That's kind of my go-to when I get down to that. We're talking brass taxes, mate. Like we're down to the last little bit. There's not much left of this collection. So I figured I'm just going to scrap these baby photos. I think I may have done them before. I'm not sure, but I absolutely adore them. So I decided to go again. Now, P13, if you don't know about P13, I have to scream it from the rooftops. P13 make the best. It was up until I really got into simple stories, P13 was my go-to. I absolutely love the quality of paper, the quality of print, the colors, the amount of cut aparts that you get per collection. That's cut apart cards as well as fussy cuttable bits and pieces. You can really stretch these collections a long way. Originally I bought one 12x12 paper pack and I just fell in love with it. And that's when I decided I'm going to go the whole hog, and I bought the next collection. I actually bought heaps of it. So it's kind of one of those things. So it was very addictive. Now, they're not the cheapest collection to get your hands on, and they're not the easiest to get your hands on because they seem to sell out super uber duper quick. So this particular one, as I said, I'm down to the last little bits. I'm going to stretch this as far as I humanly possibly can though, because it just screams baby scrapbooking. When I look at this, it's just got all the colors that I used a lot when my babies were younger. So hence I decided I'll make the background and then I will be able to go from there. So I started off just with my 12x12. This is my Poppy Crafts flat white cardstock. I went down with the packaging technique for using spun sugar, Distress Oxide spun sugar. Now, that is the lightest pink you will ever find. And it is so light, but it goes beautifully with this collection. So I wanted to, as you can see, these photos, they're of Jen, and she's literally just I remember taking them. That's probably why they really sit with me really well. She was just being cheeky, and I said she had to go to sleep. It was nap time, and she decided that's where she was going to take a nap. It was pretty funny. It's pretty cute. So she was just being a cheeky little monkey. So I decided that I keep saying it, but I love this stencil. It is so generic. It's the darkroom door mesh stencil. It's a 4x6. It is fantastic. It just gives you texture, but not too thick. It's some lines. It's generic. It's fantastic. If you're looking to only add, you might have a small craft space, right? So you might be just looking to add a few bits and pieces that you could use multiple times in different ways. That stencil, I'm telling you now, you will be able to use it in so many different ways. I've never used it to stamp with. Oh, maybe I'll do that today. I'm going to write that down. I've got 2 layouts to do today. I'm going to use that one to stamp with. So I'm writing that down as we speak, so I can use it on one of my layouts today to show you that you can use it to stamp. You can use it, like, there's so many different ways you can do it with. Now, have I ever done that? No, but there's a first time for everything. Now, I went over the background. I do have this stamp, and it's a marbling. It was a $2 stamp from a cheap shop, to be completely truthful. and I bought it so long ago, it's not even funny. So you honestly just have to try and find one similar, but again, it's generic. So I went over with milled lavender, and I didn't use a stamping block. I just used just my hands and the stamp, and just to get darker bits, lighter bits, all that sort of thing. And I also used a little bit using the same stencil with Lost Shadow. So the 3 colors I've used in the background is Spun Sugar, Lost Shadow, and Milled Lavender. Now, I am going around these flowers a little bit with Lost Shadow. I know Lost Shadow looks like it's such a pale color. Where would I ever use this? But believe it or not, it's more versatile than you think. It's literally creating that. See how you needed that little bit of an extra edge on the white flower next to the white cardstock? And that did it for me. That worked perfectly. Now, I keep moving this around and I'm going to put it in the wrong spot. So I'm just gluing it down with my art glitter glue. Again, it's one of my go-tos. I use it all the time. When your weather gets colder, here in Queensland, we very rarely have cold weather, but during our winter, our probably 2 weeks of moderately, slightly chilly weather, I find that the glue dries super quick. So putting a big splotch down and then giving it some wiggle room, you lose your wiggle room. So that's a bit of that's a thing for me here, but I guess I only noticed that so much because here in Queensland it's always so hot. So, and I never normally have that problem. So that's something that I noticed. But this little bunny, oh, it's the cutest little bunny, and it's duplicated on several different pieces throughout this collection, and it is the cutest little white bunny. I don't know if any of you guys used to watch Adele Toomey, Inky Quill. She had 2 beautiful little bunnies, and they just sucked me in. Like, I swear, I used to watch initially, like going right back in the day, very OG. I would watch to see bunny footage. Little poppet. I mean, they were just beautiful. Obviously, all pets don't last forever, hence I'm saying they were. Okay, so now I'm going through, this layout comes together really, really quick. These are just some bits and pieces that I had fussy cut, and I cut them out and just went, you know what, I'm just going to place them down and see where I go with this. I really like how simple this layout is. You can see this 12 by 12 sheet. Now, this is the front cover of the collection, and they literally, I apologize for my dog's barking. I believe my neighbor is taking his son to daycare maybe, and the dogs decide to bark every single time. And today I'm doing my voiceover nice and early so I don't yawn, because we know the last couple I've done that and I find it so rude, and I apologize when I do it. It's so frustrating and it just hits me, and it's the downside of a couple of my autoimmune issues that I have. And my doctor has actually said that I push myself too hard, and I kind of go into a bit of a chronic fatigue sort of situation. And he stopped short of saying that's what I have, because if I keep everything going pretty good, I'm okay. But sometimes, mate, it's just tiredness, and I get to 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I do a voiceover, and guaranteed I will yawn, and it drives me nuts. So what did everyone get up to on the weekend? Enough about me and my issues and whatever else. What did everyone get up to on the weekend? I had an awesome weekend. Obviously, if you're watching this in years to come, 12 months to come, whatever, this video is going up on a Thursday. So the previous The previous weekend was fantastic. Angela played AFL. She had an awesome game. She won 45-15. When I say she, the team. Yeah, she had a great day. It was cold. It was cool. I've reached the point now where I think, sitting around a football field at 8 o'clock in the morning, I need to be packing myself some slightly warmer wares. But, listen to me. You guys in Melbourne will be just laughing. And Tassie, you'll just be laughing, going, are you kidding me? That's like not even South Australia even. Yes, I realise I'm spoilt. But, yeah, it's one of those moments. So here I'm trying to do a double-lined border. So I went around with Lost Shadow, and then I'm coming in, you can see I'm creating like a pinstripe going around with 2 strips of the mint tape. This is the mint tape from scrapbook.com. It is fantastic. I will give it that 100%. It is fantastic stuff. As you can see, one side is shorter. Do you want to know why? Because I pulled it and I got to the very last, that's the last bit of my first spool that I've ever used. And I wasn't wasting it. This stuff is gold. I wasn't wasting it for anybody. So I MacGyvered the situation to work to my advantage. And I think it worked perfectly. So this, I'm going around and I'm just creating the double border. I like doing this. I've done this a couple of times now and I really liked how it turned out. So this one, I do come back with my Posca pen, my silver Posca pen, and sort of draw a line through the center of these 2 colors. And I really like how it looks up close and personal. I do realize that my lights are probably draining the color a little bit, but in saying that, the colors I've used are super, super light. So that's just how they are, unfortunately. But you can see, I took some really good close-ups. So if you jump over to the Facebook group or to Instagram, you can see the close-ups and they are, yeah, you can see the colors a little bit better. So I'm using the Thickers Happy Life foam stickers. These are the Paige Evans ones. I love these things. I hope they bring out just some white ones or some black ones or something like that because I absolutely love them. Then I come in with some liquid pearls. Now I'm using Ballerina. Is this one Ballerina? Oh no, I've forgotten which one's which. Yeah, I think this is Ballerina. I need to learn to trust myself. It's Ballerina. So I come in with Ballerina and then some white opal. And just to add a little bit extra to the cut files, and liquid pearls, if you just want to dip your toe into the mixed media world, start off with some liquid pearls. They're very forgiving and you can make big dots, small dots, lines, dashes, anything you like. And they are a really good go-to item. I absolutely love them. So if you're not quite sure if you want to go down the full mixed media paint mess, if that's not what you want to do, give the liquid pearls a go. They are fantastic and they're really, really affordable. They really are. You can get quite a few bottles. If you got $20, you can get yourself about 4 bottles usually. So that you can get a really good few colours. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now I'm going to show you the close-ups. Hopefully you can see them good enough. I will have everything listed in the description below. If you want to click on description and expand it, you can see, can you see the stencil? Can you see the, not stencil, well you can see the stencil work, but can you see the stamp? Can you see how it's just, it looks sort of like marble? That's what, I think it was called stone marble. That's what the stamp used to be called, but I got it from the reject shop if you're an Aussie, and it was forever ago. So, so yeah, so there's my layout. Nice and simple. Sometimes simple works. I absolutely love how it turned out. So if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you drop me a comment in the comments below. I would love a like, thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We are having a giveaway in May. So if you want to participate, like, subscribe, all that sort of fun stuff, and don't miss out. Thanks for watching, guys. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.